Hey, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, Part 2. Today is Sunday. It is September 29th.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I'm going to go there. Uh, Julie and I have been very busy over the last few weeks with Vacation Stamping School. This is an event that we've held. This is our 19th one this year. It was yesterday. It's in the books. So next year we'll do this for the 20th anniversary. And I have no idea what we're going to plan for that, but it ought to be fun.
Yes, it'll be epic. So if
It
you
is.
didn't join us this year,
Yeah,
next year.
next year. So Julie, have you recovered?
Oh my gosh. Well, always there is this sort of like exhaustion just from the sheer amount of things that we cover. We had 6 sweet spotlights, demonstrations from demonstrators with inspiring projects, and then business presentations, ideas and tips, and then the make and take projects that we shared, and just like it's just so much information at once. It is seriously an all-day event from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. And so it's just a full day. And so it's not physically exhausting, but just sort of like mentally taking in all of that. So no, my head is still spinning. How about you?
I'm tired. I had some team members over yesterday and we had a little potluck with it and stamped and laughed and just had a really good time. So I'm tired. I was ready for them. They like to gab, all
Oh,
the ones who. So I was like, I wanted so bad to say, well, good night, ladies, and thank you so much for coming. But I won't do it to my team. They're wonderful.
oh,
But
it's always so great to spend time with team members like that.
it is. It really is. And yeah, I loved all the projects. I loved all of them. So, and you, I believe, have made them all up so that you can show them. Well, if you go back and watch part one.
I'm working on it while you're recording. I'm finishing up.
Oh Lord. Okay, but before I move to my desktop and show you what we're doing, I just have a couple of reminders for you. Last week we talked about World Card Making Day, and that is next Saturday, so less than a week, but you can still register and join if you want. So those are always enjoyable, and it's free. Free. So
That's the magic word right there.
is. So there's a lot of things going on October 1st, and I didn't print any of the flyers, so bad on me. But the first thing is there is going to be a sale on paper pumpkin kits of subscription. So you will get 40% off your first paper pumpkin kit.
So that's happening right now. So if you are not a Paper Pumpkin
Oh,
subscriber yet, if you've never subscribed, then you can subscribe and get 40% off your first kit. And that ends October 11th because that's the no 10th, October 10th.
the
That's
10th is
the
the
end
day.
of the subscription
Yeah, for this
period
month.
for
For this,
October, right?
yeah. So anyway, I forgot that that was even going on, Julie. Bad on me again. Boy, what have I been doing? Here's the things that are starting October 1st. All the kits. Yeah, all of them. 30% off. They've never done that. I don't think they've ever had a kit sale before.
I think that they have, and this one it's just the kits collection, so it's not going to include Paper Pumpkin refill kits, and it's also not going to include the new scrapbook kits. Those
Right.
those workshop kits are not part of the kits collection.
Yes. The kits collection come in boxes to your house. So yeah, that's what comes in with your order. Yes. So take a look at those kits. And there will be some new kits dropping too,
October 1st, yes,
October 1st. So yeah, so there'll be 2 new kits. Two.
and they will also be on sale.
Yes, they will. And I don't even know what they look like. I haven't seen them. Julie, have you?
Well, we're pre-recording this, but you will know because
Really?
Shannon West shared a sneak peek with us yesterday at Vacation Stamping School.
Yeah.
And so you will know by the time this airs, those awesome kits.
But our
It's from
viewers won't.
no, they won't know.
Oh dear. Anyway, so that ought to be exciting. I'm really excited about that. And then the last thing, so last but never, never, ever least, if you are on the fence or thinking about becoming a demonstrator with Stampin' Up, so you can join Julie and I and a bunch of other demonstrators at events. We have so much fun. There is a sale on the starter kit that starts October 1st through the month of October. And what it is that you will pay your fee for the kit, but you'll get 30%, oh no, $30 in free products. So you can pick 30.
Yes.
So instead of $125 in product, you'll get $155 in product. So
Woohoo!
lots of exciting things. So World Card Making Day next Saturday, paper pumpkin sale through the 10th of October, 40% off your first month's kit. The kit sale is going on at 30% and starter kit $30 off or 30%, $30 more product, not $30 off. Silly
I know.
me.
We keep talking about percentages off. There is one more thing that's happening starting October
What
1st.
did I miss?
It's for demonstrators, and it's the online exclusives
Oh,
November release that's available for pre-order. And if you join as a demonstrator, you can choose those items on pre-order in your starter kit.
yes, you can. I wasn't going to mention that, but that's okay. You did. It's all good, right? Oh
Well,
my
it's
goodness.
another reason to join.
There's a lot of reasons to join. You know, I am so looking forward to our convention event in Raleigh next March. Yep, that's
That's going to
coming.
be fun. And that's open to all demonstrators. So if
Yes,
you're
it
not a
is.
demonstrator yet and you want to join us in Raleigh, then sign up. Sign up this month. I think
Absolutely.
registration will open for that event in early November. So,
Yes, you are
um,
correct. You are
yeah.
correct. Okay. Oh, phew. That's the news of the day. Let's go to my desktop.
And we're done.
Yeah. Well, we're not quite done. So we are in the mini catalog this month, and what we're doing is we are using the suite that we shared at Vacation Stamping School yesterday. So I'm going to share my project. Julie is going to demonstrate her project, and she's going to show you all of the projects that we did. I don't know how she finds the time to do that. Man, I just, it's like brochures, didn't print them off. So we are on pages 28 and 29 in the mini catalog. We've got some beautiful, beautiful samples here. And then we have all the elements of the suite here. And I'm going to show them all to you. And just so you know, I mean, this paper is wonderful. The colors in it are Poppy Parade, Old Olive, Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock, Pecan Pie, and Basic Beige. This paper also, I need to share this with you. There's a little blurb in the corner on page 29 for each Sentimental Christmas Suite Collection or Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper that you buy. We'll donate $3 to support children's literacy. And if you have the catalog, you can read up more about the charity on page 5 of the catalog. So that, to me, just makes it all worth it, besides the fact that this paper is so much fun. All right, let me show you the suite. All right, so let's start with the bundle. Sentimental Wishes. I love this font. It's so old-fashioned, I guess is the word.
Classic.
Yeah, thank you, classic. And we have a sprig of holly. We have a Christmas stocking loaded with gifts. We have some candles and a bow. For someone special, let's celebrate the season. Have a very Merry Christmas and wishing you joy and happiness. The dies, I love these dies. They fit right in your stamp case. I would keep them in here though. And this cuts out a lot. Okay. There are what, 5 dies? We can get this out of here. All right.
Something like that.
Sprig of
Yep.
holly, the stocking, the bow, the candles, and then you get this extra piece here that you can use. And I just love it. I wish all of our dies could do this. It would just make life so much easier. Okay, so as you can see, I'm using a lot on my project. Get it here. Then we have some embellishments. I love the shaded spruce, satin and sheer ribbon. I just do. It's just, as a matter of fact, I ordered the suite, and after I saw this ribbon and started playing with it, I put in another order and ordered another bolt because I'm getting low already on this one. So, love it, love it. And then these, oh my gosh, these are Druzy. They're called Druzy adhesive backed elements. So you get two colors, and each color has two sizes. So you get some, I guess, clear silvery ones and some gold ones. But aren't they lovely? And they stick up, but not a whole lot. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now for the paper. It's 12 by 12. As you probably guessed, I'm going to move this out of my way. And I didn't cut it in 6 by 6 because I wanted to show you there's a couple of 12 by 12 sheets that you need to see. Look at this. I love this.
Oh.
This really truly reminds me of my childhood and some of the things my grandmother used to have around. And look at this page. You can use it for memory keeping or scrapbooking, or you can cut it. And then you can have this image like in the corners and stuff. Then we have bouquets of flowers with red bows. And this forest of trees. And then another one of these pages that can be used for memory keeping, or again, wouldn't that be pretty on a card if you just cut apart some of it and use some of it with these branches? You could hang some ornaments on there.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Okay, let's look at the B side, which in its own self is wonderful. So we've got a sheet with the candles. This kind of reminds me when everybody is decorated for Christmas, a lot of people put like candles in the windows.
Yeah.
And I really like that. Then we have this paper. When I first saw it, I thought, I'm not sure I like it, but it's grown on me and it's great. I used it on my project, so you'll see it. And this one, oh, the candy cane. Ooh, little basic beige and poppy parade. Then we have some stockings, and I do believe the die will cut those out, right?
Yes, that is right.
I'm almost sure they do. And then we have some snowflakes and pecan pie. I haven't used this yet. I've got some thoughts on it. And then this one, also basic beige with some shaded spruce or pretty peacock, I'm not sure. But so pretty, just so pretty. Okay, that is the suite, ladies and gentlemen. Now, to share my project, let me just get some of this stuff out of the way and bring in my stuff. So my card base is Poppy Parade. It's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I use the deckled rectangles, and I'll get that out in a minute, to die cut this window in it. Then this is going to have an inside card. And so this is 5 inches by 7.5, and it's scored at 3 3/4. So we're going to put it in here. So we have this little peekaboo window there. And then we will stamp on this and this. Oh, and I got something on here. I don't like that. Then we have a piece of 2.5 by 4 inches, and this is to stamp, color, and die cut our sprig of holly. I have, for the greeting on the front, it's 1 inches by 2 inches, but I have this 1 inch strip because I always like to die cut or to stamp and then figure out where I want to make my cuts. And then a strip of designer series paper, 1 1/4 by 5.5. So those are my pieces. Julie, you're awfully quiet over there. Are you stamping away somewhere?
I am, yeah, I'm working on my projects.
All right. I think I'm going to do it this way. I don't like that little, I'm going to do it this way. All right. Let me get out some stuff like stamps and ink and markers. And we're going to start there with some stamping. So the inks that I'm using for this project are Shaded Spruce and my black Memento. And then I'm using Shaded Spruce and Poppy Parade blends. All right.
What was the color I needed to get? Oh, early espresso.
For what? For you?
No, I was just thinking last week we were talking about a color I didn't have, and I
Oh,
was trying to remember what color that was.
okay.
I should have made myself a note. Right? What did we do last week? We did the what were we using last week?
Oh, you're going to ask me to remember, aren't you? Did, we used one of the scrapbooking kits.
That's right. Yes, yes, yes. And I was coloring one of the little die cut things.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I used the third smallest deckled rectangle. We'll get this out of here. And die cut out this window about a 1/2 inch from this edge and maybe a little more than a 1/2 inch from the top. Just to do something fun. All right. We're going to bring out I have a little hot mess going on here. Is the holly is going to be on this piece that that'll get die cut and put on this. That's what's going to peekaboo through. So we want to stamp a greeting on the bottom of this page. So the bottom of the front. And that one is wishing you joy and happiness. Let's say a Hail Mary if it's straight. Yay! And then on the inside, we are going to stamp Have a Very Merry Christmas. So right there. And then underneath that in Memento, I'm not done. Well, I guess I am done with that. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm right under the greeting. I'm going to stamp this little bow. All right, I'm going to put this aside for a minute because while I've got this out, I'm going to stamp my holly branch. And we're done with this ink. We're going to stamp our greeting for the front, which is for someone special. All right. No, I don't like that. One more shot at it. All right. I'll take that one. We're going to close up our inks. And then I'm going to trim my greeting for the front. I decided to do some angle cuts on this one, but you can certainly do whatever you would like with it. And we'll set this aside. Now let's bring out our blends and start coloring. We'll color the inside of this one first with the bow. And I'm going to use the light Poppy Parade. Not that it makes any difference, but that's what we're going to do for this. And I'm just going to color it in. No shading, no playing around. Just coloring it in. Ooh, I'm missing. I'm gonna have to, oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to bring over the color remover and work on this one. Okay, you got the idea. So we're gonna set this aside and bring out this piece. I'm not gonna color the whole piece, but I do want to give you some tips. In the first one, I used the dark Poppy Parade for the berries, and I would recommend that you start with the berries because right here are some berries on this leaf. And the first time I did this, I did the leaves first and I colored in the berries in green. So
I
I would
do that sometimes too.
yeah. So color the berries first so you'll know right where they all are, and that will certainly help you. We'll take our dark spruce, and I'll just do a little bit of this. So I did the stem is all the way down. I'm using the bullet point. And then some of the veins, I'm just kind of randomly putting some extra color in there. That's good enough. And then I'm coming in with the light shaded spruce. Again, I'm using the bullet point. And then I'll just start burnishing and blending and coloring. There's a lot of, jaggedy edges to this, so it's a little time consuming to get this all colored, which is why I'm certainly not going to do it all right now. But you get the idea, right?
Yep.
All right. Then through the magic of television, ta-da,
Beautiful.
colored and die cut and ready to go. So now we have some assembly to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to glue this on the inside. So you want to make sure your inside card is going to make sure it's all the coverage is there. So we're going to put this up on dimensionals on this. But for now, let's go ahead and glue this. And I'm going to use some Seal Plus. I've been starting to use this a little more. I like it.
I haven't I haven't used mine in a really long time.
Ah,
I typically use tear and tape for the same kinds of projects.
yeah, I usually do too, but I had some out. I thought I just haven't been showing this thing any love. All right, so that looks good to me. All right, so we're good there. We're good there. So now let's work on the front of the card. So we'll start with using it. I'll just use this because it's out. So designer series paper along the left edge, and you want to make sure your berries are facing properly. And I'm going to go ahead and leave a little poppy edge over there because I can. You just need to move over a squidge. There. Okay. Now we're going to take some dimensionals for our holly. That's close enough. Am I in camera? I'm out of camera range. Where's my producer? She didn't yell at me.
I know, I'm so sorry. I'm so distracted here. And my alarm went off in the other room. I don't know if you heard it. So I was trying to get up and go give Bella her medicine
Oh,
because I'm the only one home right now. So I had to run and do that. So I was kind of running back and forth. Oh,
that's okay. So I am going to try Julie's little trick. This isn't a real big area, but we'll give it a shot. I'm going to stick this up here so I have it handy. Okay. Sometimes I get a little heavy-handed with the ribbon. Sometimes I need more. And so I'm just going to try to to do this like she does. She kind of squishes it in here. Right, Jay?
Something like that. I kind of make like a figure eight, like you're gonna tie a bow, but I don't actually tie it.
Okay. I'm just gonna stick this there and hope that I have enough sticky on this to hold it down. Trim off that little piece I don't want. And then again, like Julie, I'm not going to take the backing off of that. That's just for the ribbon. And that's going to come along right about here. Wonder if I should have done something different with that ribbon. But that'll work right there. And I'll trim this off a little bit, I think. And so now to put it to the card, I don't know, Jewel, do you think dimensionals will do it?
Yeah, I think so. You got a lot going on back there, but like, yeah, I just kind of put one on either. Yep.
All right, let's give this a shot. I don't do very well at this one. I'm trying it, so I thought, oh. And I've watched you do it 100 times at least.
I think it's just because that piece is so small.
That could be.
There's not a lot of room to work with.
Yes, this is true. I should have maybe done something else, like maybe just a strip of ribbon or something. I'm always looking at ways to kind of rework this. Oh, I need my ribbon. That's too dull. Ribbon. All right. So now we need some sparkle on this, right?
Of course.
So here's our drusies elements. And I opted to use the silver on here. So I'm going to put one up here. And a smaller one up here somewhere too. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go like down here. And then another one in this corner. Actually, no, I want it in this corner. I got a lot going on over here. Let's see if I can move this up here. And maybe this over here. I like that better. So here is my card.
Love it. I love that little window, that little peekaboo.
Yeah. With another greeting. And then another greeting. Yeah, I thought this was a fun fold. I guess it's a fun fold, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn my camera around. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got samples.
Yay.
So I've been playing with this set. I just love it. And so when I first thought of this layout, I thought, okay, so I brought out some shaded spruce and I die cut some of the stacking out of the paper. I added some gold druzy embellishments there and kind of did the same thing, although I put just some strips of designer series paper here and wishing you joy and happiness here. When I got it all done, I didn't really care for it. I thought it needed something.
Mm.
So I then went to which one? This one. So I brought up the Poppy Parade and some of the new basic beige. And I again used the gold. And I used that ribbon paper, but a different way. And kind of did the same thing. Have a very Merry Christmas. And then did the wishing you joy and happiness there. But again, when it was all said and done, I felt like this side of the card was competing with this side of the card.
Yeah.
And so I tossed that idea out. I mean, it's okay, and that's when I came up with this one.
I think
So
you've got a much nicer balance on this one. Bring it down just a little bit.
thank you. So, yep, that's why I changed and did so many things, which is, I'm sure we all do that, right? How many of you do that? How many of you, change and tweak sometimes I'll get a project done and I'll go upstairs and I'll come down the next day and go, nope. And pretty much do it again. All
Yeah,
right.
I do that real time. I'm always changing my project.
Oh, oh, Lord. Okay. So that's okay. Now this one, because I love those deer, reminds me of my mom and dad.
Oh, yes.
So I used the deckled circles and die cut one with the 2 deer and then back that on shaded spruce. And then I used our new plaid embossing folder, and this coordinates with the reindeer fun, reindeer games, the reindeer suite.
Yes, Reindeer Days, I think it's called.
Thank you. So yes, that's what I did there. And then I thought, okay, I still want to do some deer. So I did this one. So I brought
Oh,
out some
I love that.
and used the wood grain embossing folder and did just the 1 deer and then used some pretty peacock underneath this. But this I used the stitched circles. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's got rectangles and tags or something with it. And
Stylish shapes.
you're right. That's it. Stylish shapes. And then I put a piece of the poppy parade and I did die cut out a couple of those because I wanted to see what they look like. And then I had an extra one, so I just glued it onto the inside with wishing you joy and happiness. So those were my 2 deer cards. And then I really like this paper, the trees in the forest.
Oh, I love that one.
So shaded spruce, and then I just used the stylish shaped squares and die cut 3 pieces out of the designer series paper and just backed it on one long piece of the shaded spruce. And then tied a ribbon. And I embossed this. I think I embossed another one too with our new Wow Basics embossing powder. And this is the white. I
Mm,
love it. It's so bright. It's wonderful. I really like them. So those are my samples. That's what I've been working on.
you've been busy. So many great samples.
Well, yeah, because I can't stop playing with this set. Cannot stop it. All
Can't
right.
stop, won't stop.
This is true. It's a little bit of both. All right, let me switch back to my desktop so that you can have one. I did it again. One more peek at my card. Here it is.
Great card, Mom.
Oh, thanks. I can't wait to see what you have been working on over there. And so I am going to bid you a fond farewell for the week. We will see you next Sunday stamping with Susan and Julie. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Oh, and if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up for both of our videos. We have so much fun doing these. All right. Any last words of wisdom, Julie?
Nope. Just have a great week. And yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with us.
And if you need to go back and see Julie's again, or if you started with me, the link will be in the middle of the screen. I promise. Have a good one, everybody. Love you, Jay.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Mom. Love you.